Imagine if somebody joins the session just because of your invitation. What kind of vibrations you will be vibrating with? Your body, your mind, your hands, your legs, every organ of your body. Imagine at what frequency they will be vibrating. आपको कैसा महसूस होगा अगर आप कहने से कोई सेशन में आता है? The connection that you develop, that makes all the difference. It's all about setting up connection. Let me give a practical experience of this law of resonance. Yeah, listen to this very carefully. Close your eyes and sit straight if you're sitting. If you're lying, just lie straight and relax. Okay? But just make sure that you are relaxing and your eyes are closed. बहुत जरूरी है eyes को closed रखना. I'll give you a practical experience of what I'm talking about, law of experience, law of resonance. Okay? Now, as you breathe, put all your effort to reduce your number of breaths. Okay? Observe your breaths and prolong each breath to reduce your number of breaths. Okay? Make sure that it comes down to not more than 3 breaths, 3 complete cycle of breaths per minute. Yeah, ideal is 2, but 3 is good enough. Okay? So I'm not saying that breathe in, breathe out, etc., etc. You talk to yourself. Okay? You tell yourself that you are bringing it down to 3 breaths, 3 cycles of breaths per minute. You don't need to look at the watch. You don't need to think about the watch also. Your body knows, your subconscious knows how a watch works. Your subconscious knows what is 1 minute and what is 60 seconds. Okay? So rely on your subconscious. Rely on that portion of the internal representation of clock. You just rely on it. And reduce your thoughts, reduce your breaths to 3 per minute. That is approximately 1 per 20 seconds. Okay? So let's do that first. So I'm going into silence. So I'm also focusing on the same thing. And I'm going into silence, and after a minute, I will start talking. Okay? So here we go. Cool. So now we are ready to experience the law of resonance. Okay? Let's start with the smell, your nose. Okay? Keep your eyes closed and just smell all the fragrance around you right now. Whatever you can smell right now. Each and every smell that you can smell right now. You know, it could be smell from your body, it could be smell from some objects around you. If you're in the nature, it could be smell of some natural things around you, maybe some leaf, grass, the smell in the air. Wherever you are, whatever objects are around you, You know what are the objects that are around you. But before you closed your eyes, you already picked up what are the objects around you. Notice the smell that is coming out of each of them and smell. What happens? The cells or the sensors inside your nostril, the sensors inside your nostril, they're vibrating at a frequency, which are the frequencies of fragrance, which are frequencies of smell. They're vibrating at that frequency throughout the day. And anything that comes within that frequency range, your nostrils, the cells inside your nostril, the sensors in your nostril, they pick up those vibrations, they pick up those frequencies, they resonate with those frequencies. And that's how you start smelling the same. When you're cooking, when you're in the kitchen, you can actually experience it. The smell of milk is not the same as smell of curd. The smell of kheer is not the same as the smell of a sweet, though everything is made of milk. Imagine milk have all these seeds, all these frequencies. But whenever milk is changes its shapes, changes its form, it picks up some more additional frequencies. Frequencies that change it. And that's why, though there are a variety of milk foods around you, even if you keep your eyes closed, just with the smell, you can identify what milk food it is. Okay. Next comes your taste. Keep your tongue outside. Just spread your tongue outside your mouth. Right now, you're not eating anything, but there are certain frequencies around you which has different kind of tastes. Those tastes are floating around you. Though they are feeble, but you can still smell them. You can still experience those tastes. Keep your eyes closed. Take your tongue out and imagine all the objects around you. Every object has its own taste. Okay? You don't need to work hard. Just pay attention. The taste of the different objects around you. Okay? So each object is giving out two range of frequencies right now. One is something that you can smell, and is one which is something you can taste. Okay, they are not the same frequencies. So you cannot smell with your tongue, and you cannot taste with your nose. Okay, had it been that way, then you wouldn't have two different organs. Imagine how sophisticated system God has created for you. You know, this system above your neck, it's a prized possession. Many people don't even know that they have this such a powerful system with them. Many people. And that many people is actually many people. Probably 99,999 people out of 1 lakh don't even know that they are gifted with such a possible, such a powerful, such an intricate, such a sophisticated system. We are only talking about two frequencies right now. Same with the feelings. Whatever you're feeling right now, exactly those feelings are there. in the atmosphere around you. Wherever you are sitting, wherever you are outside, wherever you are, you have those frequencies around you right now. Whatever you are feeling, if you're feeling happy, those frequencies are around you. If you're feeling cool, those frequencies are around you. If you're feeling hot, those frequencies are around you. In fact, all the frequencies are around you as far as feelings are concerned. It's your state of mind which is determining which feeling you want to feel right now. Which of these vibrations, which of these frequencies you want to resonate yourself with. It's your brain is deciding. Your subconscious is deciding. Which is an automatic process. You can change the process. Right now you can feel happy. Right now you can feel excited. Right now you can feel ecstatic. You can feel energetic. You can feel inspired. You can feel empowered. You can feel excited. You can feel encouraged. You can feel motivated. It's all in your control. It's only a matter of choice. All these frequencies are around. The ones which you pick up is your choice. And it's always your choice. The only difference is, are you consciously choosing or it's just happening? So when you're choosing consciously, it's in your control. When it's happening, it's not in your control. It's just happening. Every room has its own frequency. When you're in a bedroom, you have a different frequency, different setup, different mindset. When you're in a washroom, it's a different altogether. When you're in a washroom of your home, it's different. When you're in a public washroom, it's different. When you're watching a movie on a mobile, it's a different experience. When you watch it on a tab, it's different. When you watch it on a laptop, it's different. When you watch it on a bigger screen, it's different. When you watch it on a television, it's different. When you watch it on a bigger television screen, it's different. When you're watching it in a home theater, it's different. And when you're watching it in a auditorium, it's different. So the movie is the same. Though the movie is the same, the experience is different in different situation, in different environment. Now come to auditory. Listen to the sound which are around you. If you pay attention, you can distinctly listen to at least 10 different sounds right now. At least 10. It could be at least 100 also. But you could identify the ones you want to identify. Rest are all getting deleted anyway by your meta model of this mind. Pay attention to all the sounds there around you. Only the sound. Don't focus on the smell. Don't focus on the taste. Don't focus on any feeling. Just focus on the sound. And if I ask you to count, you can literally count there are 10 different sounds around you. It's possible. Okay. So these vibrations you can only pick up with your ears. So imagine the sensors inside your ear. They only pick up vibrations of certain frequencies. So there are different set of sensors in your nose, a different set of sensors on your tongue, a different set of sensors in your ears. And then there are different set of sensors on your skin, which gives you all these feelings. And then there are different set of sensors in your eyes. Now open your eyes and see all the things around you. Each of those things are vibrating at a certain frequency, a certain visual frequency that only your eyes can distinguish. You can't access those frequencies through any of your other organs. Your ears, your nose, your tongue, your skin. You cannot access those frequencies that your eyes can access. Because eyes only deal with photons. Photons are light particles. And whatever frequencies each of these photons are vibrating, that is exactly what you see. That's what your brain processes for you to see. So now imagine this, that these 5 organs of your body, the cells on these organs of your body, cells which are exposed, imagine they are all vibrating at different frequencies. Okay, and as I was sharing in the morning, that law of resonance is all about experience. It has nothing to do with imagination. It's all about experience. Your experience is unique compared to mine. So I cannot imagine what you are experiencing, neither you can imagine what I am experiencing. So it's all about experience. So just notice right now, just notice the experiences that you are experiencing with all these 5 different organs. Imagine the range of frequencies that these organs are allowing you to cover. There's a wide range of frequencies, wide range of frequencies. And all these organs are completely alert to pick up those frequencies. They only pick up the frequencies. The processing happens inside the brain. The processing doesn't happen on the tongue. The processing doesn't happen inside the nostril. The processing doesn't happen on your skin. Neither they happen on your ears, or neither they happen on your eyes. They are only input devices. They are picking up frequencies of a certain range. And these frequencies are being passed on to the brain. Now it's brain's job to process those frequencies and give you the experience of those frequencies. That's why you hear the sound that you want, that you're hearing. You see what you're seeing. You're tasting what you're tasting. You're smelling what you're smelling. You're feeling what you're feeling. And there are feelings are also of two types. One are the ones which are picked up by your skin. The others are emotional, which are picked up by your neural cells, your nerve cells. There are certain type of cells inside our brain. They work as input devices for frequencies of those feelings. Like hot and cold can be felt by your skin, but happiness, sadness, they cannot be picked up by your skin. So they are only as per your experience that you have experienced so far. So there are receptors in your brain which are picking those vibrations from the atmosphere around. Okay. And these emotions, which your brain is processing, according to NLP, is called making sense of senses. making sense of senses. Like whenever you are looking at an object, what are frequencies that object is emitting? All your five organs are collecting those frequencies, all those distinct frequencies that are coming out of that object. Then the processing happens inside the brain, and brain makes a meaning out of it. That's why it's called a meaning making machine. And that is the making sense of senses. And that is the internal representation as it was defined in NLP. That you create an internal representation of an object inside your brain with all the submodalities. So what are those submodalities? Submodalities is the frequency range within which you pick up certain frequencies and you attach to that object, attach to that internal representation of that object. So every internal representation of every object inside your brain has a combination of all these frequencies, which we call submodality. And that's why in reality, there's nothing positive or negative. It's only high frequency or low frequency. Higher frequency, lower frequency. Since human beings are not trained to experience these frequencies, so experience, to give a name to that experience of those states of mind, this positive and negative word was created. Positive is all about higher frequencies within that range, and negative are all lower frequencies within that. But in reality, there is nothing called positive or negative. Positive or negative does not exist in any way. It's just a state of mind to help people to get an idea of whether they are vibrating at a higher frequency or at a lower frequency. That's why I say that there is nothing bad about it. It's only not so good. The moment you say not so good, it doesn't become bad anymore. It becomes good. And when you're saying not so good, that means whether it is on a higher frequency of goodness or lower frequency of goodness. That's when you're saying sad and replace with not so happy. The moment you replace it with not so happy, you change the state. And the state changes to a higher frequency. And now you need to figure out how much higher it is, or how much higher you want to take it to, such that it becomes happy from not so happy. When you replace difficult with not so easy, it becomes easy. Because now you are vibrating at a frequency which is higher than the frequency of the experience of difficulty. The difficulty is a lower frequency. It's a weak frequency. It is so weak that your organs cannot operate at that frequency to produce the frequency that it wants. The moment you say it's not so easy, it becomes easy. Because now you start experiencing that easiness. Okay, I believe each one of you can experience the law of resonance right now. You know, just imagine this portion above your head, above your neck. It has all those receptors which are already vibrating at those frequencies throughout the day, throughout your life, by the way. Imagine what happened when people were infected with COVID. They lost their taste and smell. So the cells that would vibrate at those frequencies, they were not vibrating because they are exposed. They were exposed to that virus. And the virus killed those cells, or they killed their frequencies to receive these frequencies. It just destroyed them. As a result, you were not having smell or taste of food. You lost. Imagine how powerful your body is. When the virus took control of those frequencies, of those receptors, it went out of control. But after some time, the body took control of it. And eventually, it destroyed the virus and restored those receptors to pick up, to receive the frequencies of smell and taste. Imagine this power of this body. Imagine the power that you have inside you. Can you imagine that power? Imagine the children below 12, they didn't get a vaccine of COVID. But it didn't affect them. They don't need it either for the rest of their life. Many of them didn't even have signs and symptoms of COVID. Think about it. It's not a joke. Imagine at what vibration each cell of their bodies were vibrating at that point of time. Since they do not know anything about COVID, since they have no idea what COVID is all about, none of them, their cells were vibrating in those frequencies. They were vibrating at a much higher frequency. And these frequencies were so high, so high, so high, so high, that all their organs were working in tune together. They created that music. They created that harmony to ensure that this virus cannot impact their operations, cannot impact their way of living life. Think about it. You and I also had the same privilege when we were children. So as we grew up, we lowered our vibrations, we lowered our frequencies because of events which happened in our life. Something happened, we created a meaning out of it, and that meaning reduced the power of the receptors. They're not allowing you to pick up high vibrancy, high frequency thoughts, high frequency inputs. And imagine when it is happening, as Preeti was sharing, that water is flowing throughout our body. 70% of it is water. What is carrying? What is water is carrying throughout your body? All those frequencies, all those low frequencies or the weak frequencies. And that lowered your immunity. You were the same child, and you can get back to that frequency right now. It's all your choice. You know, we have only 1 minute left. So with this new awareness, what do you see for yourself? That matters. Reset your mindset with this new awareness and make your life amazing in every possible way. No matter what, whatever it takes. Just stay in this vibration for next 5 to 10 minutes. Don't talk to anybody. Don't pay your attention to anything else. Just stay with yourself. Just stay with this vibration. But these are very, very high frequency vibrations which are there around you right now. They're supremely high frequency vibrations. Just stay in this vibration. Don't talk to anybody. Don't even say thank you, Pinaki, or thank you this, thank you that. Don't talk at all. Just stay with this vibration for next 5 to 10 minutes. As these vibrations slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, at some point of time, you will feel that now you have to come to a normal state of mind. That is the state when you break this rapport with yourself and get back to your normal life.